Hello everybody and welcome to episode 11 of the Beginner's Adventure series, and we got quite a bit to talk about. So first things first, what have I done since the last video? Since the last video, I farmed Giants B10 a little bit, but then I finally got the runes I needed. I runed her, finally. It's not the craziest rune. It could be way better, but it'll work for now. So these are her runes at the moment. And I'm sure she will look a whole lot better when she's second awakened, which we have here. But I'm not going to second awaken her yet. She is fully skilled up, by the way. I did mess with some runes on some other units like her. Let's see. I don't think this is the only rare one, which I'm sure I could change this around. But, yeah, I messed with her runes. So she has good crit rate, good crit damage, almost 2k attack. I mean, let's be honest. Her, I haven't messed with since. I want to make him, so by the time the 2A's or the Frankensteins come out, I want to test him because he actually looks pretty cool. But anyways, so let's go take a look at Naomi's 2A because I think that's the most important part. So go over here. You see I have 40 energy left still. I bought the energy for this week, so I'll start on Shannon's pretty soon, I assume. Lumel, I did level 5. I don't know why it shows level 1. We'll do test mode. Oh yeah, I remember. Never mind. I remember doing level 1. So here's what I think it was this, and then Bernard. So this was the team I used. We'll let it run. But sometimes Naomi lives all the way through, which the runs can be pretty decent. Other times, she dies, and then the runs can take a little bit longer. But this is the team I use. So the way the team works is Veramos is obviously the cleanser, plus he has a bit of damage himself, so it's pretty decent. Though the bosses here don't have too much HP. I mean, they still have a good amount of HP compared to normal monsters, but you get the point. Veramos is really good here because of his cleanse. I think he's a little bit better than Lulu because you can get defense broken, you can get slowed quite often, and with him being able to not only cleanse that every single turn, but even stun enemies or place dots, it makes these runs pretty neat. But I originally was gonna go with Bernard, Shannon, Fran, and Naomi, but that team was iffy-ish. It's just Naomi was dying every time, and then with this team, it was a little bit safer. So, I mean, whatever works, right? So, when we get to the boss room, by the way, we got to aim for the left crystal, then the right crystal, then the boss, which I'll show you why when we get to there. But, I'm so glad I got the 2A done. I spent all day doing it. I mean, it's 3 minutes. It was roughly anywhere from 2.5 minutes at its fastest to upwards of 3.5 minutes for its average run. So, man, I mean, it was so too much. I spent all day. I mean, I was at work, so it's like I had to do it while I was at work. But yeah, so when we get to this boss stage, this one, the left crystal, decreases defense. And that could obviously be very bad because this Naomi, the boss that you're facing off, does damage based off of harmful effects. And if you get defense broken, that could be very dangerous. And then we aim for the right crystal because it inflicts continuous damage, especially for under harmful effects, which we can be from the boss. So, it's just, we don't want those harmful effects even getting on us. I mean, even in a normal dungeon we want harmful effects, but it's especially bad when you have the boss being Naomi, when she does increase damage based off of that. So you want to aim for the left crystal first, then the right crystal, then the boss. I'll let you take a look at their runes before I do anything. But this is what I did. You can do level 4, and level 4 would be actually quicker. But if you want to conserve as much energy as possible, there you go. So 2 minutes 39 seconds, that's not too bad. So let's take a look at some runes. So first units first, Fran. This is her stats right here. You guys already know that I aim for defense with her, but if you have just mostly HP. She could still function. Here are her runes right quick. Then we go to Veramos. Here are his stats. His stats aren't that crazy at all, actually. But boom. I don't know why that is. No, I don't have any mana. Oh yeah, I remember why. Never mind. And Bernard. I showed you guys Bernard in a different video, but here he is again. I've been trying to level him up, so his stats might look a little bit better from the last one. But for Bernard, you know, I already aim for tons of speed, HP, and defense. And by the way, this is why I don't have any mana. Yeah. Oh, he's going to have some pretty good runes. When he is 2A'd, trust me, when he gets his 2A, I'm 2A'ing him. We're going to have some fun with this guy. Because he has the potential for damage. And when he's 2A'd, oh, Jesus Christ, I guarantee you he's going to be even crazier. But let's get this out of the way real quick. Let's do it right here. Say cheese. Boom. Right? There you go. There's Naomi. So there she goes. Her attack looks pretty good now. 1900. HP is pretty decent. Should we? Here, we'll do this. We'll test her in Giants B10. We'll take out Lulu. Put in Naomi. And we'll see if they could function. I want to see like how they work. I'll show you guys on video. So, of course, you guys, again, this is the first reaction to this. So it's like, I'll be finding out whether or not this team is super reliable. Of course, this is the first problem, is no immunity. But I could always take out I don't want to take out Shannon. I was about to lie to you guys. It's not a big deal. I could always make Veramos faster and Shannon way faster. And then they both would have a great chance at despairing the enemy. But I imagine this would be faster because we have 2 damage dealers here. I just want to see if they could do this one, and then we could try Abyss hard and all that, but we'll see. We'll see. She aimed for the middle one for no reason. So Naomi's dishing out a decent amount of damage, like 20k-ish. Yeah, 20k-ish. See, Veramos has a good amount of heals. What I'm going to make sure I do is I think this team can ultimately work in Abyss. Is I got to make sure that everyone's good on defense or on HP at the very least. Like they have to have some level of tankiness. So Veramos is going to have his slot 6 be HP percent again. Going to try to aim for some more HP with Naomi. A little bit with Crow. Royd is going to have to be fast, accurate, and tanky. Uh-oh. That would have been bad for the entire team in Abyss. Oh, 1:43. That's actually pretty decent. And I guarantee you could have been way faster. Okay, so moment of truth. Moment of truth. Taking him out. Putting her in. If this doesn't work, I assume we could just replace Crow with Lulu, and that would work. But let's just try this. So Naomi takes a big amount of damage. What needs to happen is, again, Naomi gets more HP in her runes when we get to when we get that chance, you know. But I think this, and some people might be like, oh, but you don't have a healer, you're liable to just get killed, right? But with Shannon's defense buff and you know, a little bit of the healing from Veramos's cleanse, is just like, we should be able to live. But it's just like, we would have to foolproof this team a little bit more. They would have to have a little bit better runes, because I don't think that they would probably be able to do this super consistently. I feel like we're going to see a lot of bad things happen when we get to the boss stage. Let's see. The waves seem to be going fine. I'm not worried about the waves. I think they could survive the waves. Again, Naomi just needs a little bit more HP, but the boss stage is where all the bad stuff can happen. The counterattacks from Royd could be a big thing. I could always build Bella Dion to replace Royd, but I like having Royd. There's the first counterattack. We didn't have any freaking defense buff. So there's a little bit of healing right there. So, okay, I know exactly what needs to happen with their runes. Okay, we'll explain it after the run. Yeah, so Vero needs more HP. Naomi needs more HP. But ultimately, Crow and Naomi need more damage. Way more attack. They just need to be able to nuke the boss. That's essentially what we're needing from them. And see things go wrong very quickly. And then we're going to get defense broken. Did Royd resist the defense break? Of course they're going to out-tank the boss. Shannon's like, please don't let me die. So we beat that. Okay. Final. We can make a final analysis. 2 minutes 30. That's pretty decent. So final analysis. Here's what needs to happen. I feel like we don't need Lulu. This team can definitely work without Lulu. So what needs to happen ultimately? Royd, he needs to be fast, obviously. He can stay kind of how he is. He's actually fine kind of the way he is. I could even potentially throw him on damage. This room can be changed around. She needs more attack, more crit damage, and more HP. So attack, crit damage, and HP are what I should be aiming for in the substats. Maybe even a little bit of accuracy or speed. Maybe speed is what she also needs. But mainly HP, attack, and crit damage. She needs more of that, which a lot... I've barely got these runes on her, so... Is this we'll see as time goes on, but more attack, more HP, more damage, just everything, right? Shannon is good the way she is, in my opinion. She just needs to be faster, like plus 100 speed faster. So again, that's what we need to work on. So for her stats, like if I had to pick 3 stats that she needed the most, it's speed, HP, and accuracy. If she doesn't have those on her substats, then I need to start switching around runes. So this rune needs to be switched around eventually. With Crow, attack, crit rate, crit damage. He's good. If I can maintain around 80% crit rate, give him over 2k attack, if that's possible, and kind of almost the same crit damage, I think he'd be fine. Veramos, he's being switched back to HP when I can. Stays on crit rate, crit damage. Probably better crit damage. So his stats that need to be worked on is speed, potentially crit rate and crit damage, and HP, a mix of those 3. But he doesn't really need attack. I think he'll do more than enough damage. He just needs to survive. Because if he survives 100% of the time, it's just, yeah, we're good. Right? He just needs to be super fast as well. Because we want him to cleanse as often as possible. We want him to go before the wave as often as possible. And just outspeed the boss. So, with that being said, I think that's pretty much it. I'll be testing other stuff like Rift Teams and off video. So I probably will make a video about this tomorrow. Who knows? But until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.